Good evening, good evening, good evening. It is 9:06. And ain't that something? Mm. Well, guys, the time has arrived. It's a sensitive topic. It's a tough one. But you guys know that I said that I will do this for a year and bring my Hebrew witness. And there's just no way that I could do that without discussing the holidays. Okay. And so the first thing that I'm going to do is ask for grace. This is not a disclaimer. I repeat, this is not a disclaimer. I am asking for grace, but this is not a disclaimer because I am going to say what I'm going to say. And when I'm done, I would have said what I've said. All right. So, first of all, I want to say greetings, blessings. I just popped a piece of bazooka gum, so y'all bear with me while I soften it up. You already know. And yes, they still do make bazooka gum. I got it at Five Below. So anyway, you guys, I want to say second of all, which it should have been first of all, but y'all know I just like to get straight into it. I just want to give you guys greetings and blessings and just give you the biggest shout out, whether you're going to be listening to this live or on the replay. Um, I saw a little thing when I logged into StreamYard that something's going on with Facebook comments. So I don't know if I'll be able to see any comments tonight if anybody pops in, but there you have it. Okay, so we're going to pray. We're going to say Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kabod, Malhuto, Leolam Vayed. That is, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Blessed be the name of his glorious kingdom, forever and ever. Amen. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me adjust something on Facebook. I see the big homie Arena commented on that post. That's what's up, girl. You know that's right. Mm-hmm. One of my most dearest friends in the world. Yeah, she's all that. All right. I thought I was going to be able to pin this, but not yet. So anyway, y'all, we're going to jump straight into it, okay? Because what we're going to do tonight is we're going to do part one of the lesson. And this is the word for tonight. This is going to be the word for the next two lessons. Syncretism. Okay? Now, it's going to get hot in here. Okay? And I'm going to read you guys. I'm going to actually, hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me do this a better way for y'all. Okay, syncretism. That's the first definition. Okay? Reconciliation or fusion of differing systems of belief, as in philosophy or religion, especially when success is partial or the result is heterogeneous. Okay? When success is partial. So I want you to understand that this is the exact word that's going to fit what we're talking about. Okay? It's not, it's a word of the attempted. Attempted. Okay? The attempt to reconcile irreconcilable beliefs. The merging of two or more originally different inflectional forms. So again, the first one, reconciliation or fusion of differing systems of belief, as in philosophy or religion, especially when success is partial or the result is heterogeneous. Okay? The merging of two or more originally different inflectional forms. And the last example, the attempted, okay, remember, it's an attempt. The attempted reconciliation or union of irreconcilable, meaning the two cannot coexist. So this is the attempted reconciliation of irreconcilable principles or parties, as in philosophy or religion, specifically doctrines. And I want y'all to understand that I'm gonna try to do this to the best of my ability and what I can in the grace given through Yeshua. So here's the question. If Yeshua was on this over here on the left, or this over here on the right, whichever interpretation of a Hebrew lifestyle you're in, because a lot of times coming out of Egypt as a Black Hebrew, you might start on the right and migrate to the left, okay? Which is what my journey currently looks like. Or you might start on the right. Start out on the left. If you start out on the left, you're not switching over to the right. Let's just put it like that, okay? If you know, you know. So if Shua was either on this or this, how did we get to this? And y'all see that wink? Y'all see that wink? Okay. That's Masonic. Again, if you know, you know. How did we get to this? Trunk or treat, Halloween outreach for churches. How did we get here? How did we get to this? Over here on the left. How did we get to this? And on the right, how did we get to this? Jesus is my Valentine. Okay, so let's just go back. Syncretism. Because this is one of the, if not the most important things. Because you guys have to understand that you have to get off this frequency. And for me to teach this lesson, I need y'all to understand with the measure of how important this is for y'all, for you to get off this frequency. I need y'all to understand that for me to bring this lesson, it's like one of the most, if not the most important things that I am ever going to do in my life. I want y'all to understand that's how important this is. And I have had two. I'm on my second successful marriage, and I have a master's degree. And I'm telling y'all that this lesson tonight, bringing this information to the best of my ability, trumps all of that, to put this out on the airway and to bring some small measure of understanding to someone that may have never heard this information. Please understand that that's how important this is. When the scripture says that the master said, "Verily, verily, I say unto you," said that multiple times through the scripture in the Hebrew. That is so important. When he said, "Verily, verily, I say unto you," that means please, you must listen. And I'm telling y'all, that is what I'm saying tonight. So we jumping back. Let's look at syncretism again, because it will get significance. Different systems of, as in philosophy or religion, especially when success is or the result is heterogeneous. The merging of two or more originally different inflectional forms. And I'm getting a signal on the Wi-Fi. The enemy best not try it. He best not try it. 3, the attempted reconciliation, union of irreconcilable principles or irreconcilable parties, as in philosophy or religion, specifically doctrine. Irreconcilable. That means never, ever, ever going to be able to get along and mix together, no matter what attempted reconciliation is tried. Syncretism. If Yeshua was on either one of these, and how did we get to this, and this, and this, and this? Well, we're going to have to start where it started and where it didn't start. Okay? On your left, you have a picture of kingdoms of Israel and Judah. Israel was in the north country, Judah in the south country. Again, we just giving it to you quick and easy, just building it real quick. Because you have to understand where the thread is. You have to understand why it was so important to do what was done. You have to try to see why. Judah in the south. Okay? We all know about the lost tribes. Well, look at this map right here. And if you can see, and I wish I could make it just a little bit bigger, but I will for you guys next week on the review. I'll put this map separate by itself. If you look at this map from the 1700s in Africa, you see Kingdom of Judah, K star of Judah, okay? So, the same people that were here on the left in Israel, which if you look at an original world map, Israel is part of the continent, the Great Mother Continent, okay? If you look at this and you understand that the Romans came and invaded, you know that many of us migrated down to Africa. And if you don't know now, you know, okay? And we settled right here within Africa, a separate people. Okay? Africa all around, and just right here where the arrow's pointing, Kingdom of Judah. Please understand the migration. And you see the red arrow, you see where that leads? That leads to Benin. And that is one of the single greatest ports of the slave trade. Okay, it was not everybody in Africa just up for slavery, ladies and gentlemen. It was the kingdom of Judah. Okay, carted out through Benin. And upwards of 80% of African American people have a specific DNA marker. They are not African, they are of the kingdom of Judah. That's DNA. So the alarm clock of destiny is ringing. What happened when you exited Benin? You came upon something called the tree of forgetfulness. The men had to walk around the tree 9 times, and the women had to walk around 7 times. Please check the numbers. Please also check the fact that the men had to walk around 2 more times than the women. The number of 7 is completion, so the women walked around it 7 times, which was completion. The men not only walked around it 7 times, which was completion, but they had them walk around it 9 times, which is the highest number that rules all the other numbers. Please understand what I'm trying to say. They were made to chant to forget their entire culture and identity. We were made to chant and forget our entire culture and identity. Sounds like a long range plan, wouldn't you say? I just want y'all to understand how meticulously this was done. That tree is now gone, but there is a statue, a monument in its place. Now, what is this monument? Would y'all look at this? If you know anything about decoding, let me show you how decoding works. Our people were brought all over on the sea, supposedly, right? Made to walk around a tree of forgetfulness. Many of them jumped in the ocean rather than even make it here, right? So the tree of forgetfulness is gone. But look what they put in its place: a mermaid, okay, a sea siren demon, okay, with 3 clawed feet, still with the siren call and what looks like a chalice in her hand. Do y'all understand? So they're still using ritual to upkeep the stronghold where the tree of forgetfulness was. You understand? But the alarm clock is going off right now, everyone. The alarm clock is going off. Wake up. They are using rituals and frequencies to keep that ritual that was done and to make us forget what we should actually be on, which is this, and instead on this. Because it didn't begin or end in Benin. I need y'all to let me know in the comments if y'all are getting what I'm saying tonight. Please, y'all. Please let me know that this is not in vain. Whether you hear this now or 100 years from now. So you see what they did here? So this ended up having to be 2 parts, because we really have to make sure that this gets told. And the game is to be told, not sold. This game anyway. I do have drip for sale, but this game is to be told, not sold. So we're going to pick back up with Yeshua ascending, the right hand of the Father. Hopefully I laid a good foundation for what I'm about to talk about next week. Okay? So think about what we talked about tonight. Why was it so important to get us from here to here. Right after Yeshua died, we was here. Why was it so important to get us here and here and here? Okay, and over here. And why did we have to march around and forget what? Forget what many of us are starting to remember because the alarm clock is ringing. All right. So with that, I bid you guys farewell. I say bless up yourself, big up yourself. And I want to give a big shout out and a rest in peace to my Uncle Irvin. He transitioned. He's with the Lord. He was swimming in the sweet, sweet waters of Tobago yesterday, and he was preparing himself to meet the Master. He has gone home. So sleep in peace, Uncle. Sleep in peace. Bless up, y'all. One.